How you doing? This is Ivan from Bitesize Wisdom for Busy People, and I just want to thank you for joining me here today. And today I want to share another idea to help you create a new day, create a new you, and also to help you recognize your higher self. So the idea involves just taking an opportunity of the first few moments when we wake up. So usually, for most of us, when we wake up, many of us are in between sleep. We're not fully awake and we're not fully asleep. We're in a groggy state. And, many of us from that state of consciousness, we just stumble into the bathroom. And as we're brushing our teeth, we're looking at our reflection in the mirror. And, sometimes like on a subtle level, we're just kind of remembering who we are, at least who we think we are, which means usually to a conceptual self, a self created through memory, the story of me. We're just bonding to an old self those first few moments as we reorient ourselves in the morning. So what that means basically is we're starting our day off by remembering the past. So our intent is to create a new day, create a new us, a new you. So what we want to do is, in those first few moments when you wake up, if you can just lay in bed, when you wake up and you recognize you're waking up, just remain still and to try and take advantage of this in-between state. Because, when we're in deep sleep, we're in delta and theta brainwave states. And as we start to wake up, we start transitioning, going through from the deeper to the faster brainwaves. And when we're in between, we're like in theta, alpha, and then when we're in our normal, usual state of consciousness is usually beta. But we want to be in the alpha and theta range, which is when we're in that groggy state, because in this state we are better able to implant suggestions in our consciousness, because our conscious mind, one of its main characteristics is that it criticizes and judges. So what we want to do is we want to give suggestions to ourselves in a way that we don't criticize or judge what we're trying to implant. So in those first few moments when you wake up, if you can just recognize that groggy state and just be completely still, and then just take the next few moments to remember an intent you want for your day that you planned the night before or whatnot, or something that you're working on. So plant that intent, see it in your mind's eye. Or if you have a quality that you want to work on incorporating into your being, let's say if you want to learn to be more outgoing, that's something you've identified that you want to work on. So in your mind's eye, see yourself going throughout your day, like going to the coffee shop and being more outgoing than your normal self. And just see it like a movie. And then just after you do that, just relax and then just make your way to really getting out of bed. And then just live your day. And then throughout your day, try to notice to see if this little exercise, if it shaped your day in any way. See if it kind of changed the tone or the flavor to your day. And the more you do this, the more you'll see that you'll be able to create a new day and create a new you. And also now I want to talk about also what I feel is the more important aspect of this is to learning to recognize our pure awareness. Because in those first few moments, for many of us, this is a unique opportunity. If you're a person that hasn't tried to meditate or and you do any other spiritual practices, this is a good way of learning to recognize yourself as just being awareness. Because in those first few moments when you wake up, your usual train of thought, your usual mind, your egoic mind, hasn't took root yet completely. So if you can just remain completely still, you'll be able to recognize a space or an awareness that is free of thought. So just nice and peaceful, nice and quiet. And just learn to, in the mornings, recognize that space more and more each time you wake up before your usual state of mind hijacks your consciousness for the rest of the day, and your normal or usual sense of self takes the seat. So these are some precious moments where you can learn to recognize just being aware of just pure awareness. And the more you do this, the more you'll start to see that this space will be able to, it'll be easier to recognize just during your waking state when you're in beta. And the more you'll notice that it starts just to permeate your day-to-day life. So this is another way to come to recognize your identity as just awareness or consciousness, whatever label you want to use. So try this idea, see what you think, see if you make any of your own discoveries. Well, that's all I wanted to share for today. I hope you guys are doing great, and if you enjoy my content, please share it with anyone who may benefit from it, and please subscribe and hit the notification bell. That way you'll be the first to know when I release new videos. And besides that, thank you guys for joining me. I really appreciate you giving me your attention, and I look forward to talking with you guys soon. Take care. Peace.
Boca no peito.